This video is of course sponsored by Bifrost Bridge Studios. They've just launched their Kickstarter for their graphic novel Gaia's Seed. So go and check it out using the link in the description, and eventually there will also be a Game Boy game to accompany the graphic novel as well, so go check out the Kickstarter and stay tuned for more information coming soon. So recently I was asked to help judge a game jam competition called Game Boy Compo 21. It was a really exciting competition where developers from all around the world came together to make original Game Boy games. There was over 150 entries, and I played through all of them along with all of the other judges, and we narrowed it down to just the top 17. And for each of the 17 games, I'll go through and mark them on the following categories: gameplay, technical, originality, graphics, and audio. So each one is rated from 1 to 5, 1 being the worst and 5 being the best. So for each game I gave myself a countdown of 5 minutes to make sure that it was a fair comparison with each game. And now with that said, let's take a look at the first game, which is called Corib 75. Here we go. So we've got two options, we've got continue and new game. Let's start a new game here and you can see what the game's like. First of all, I love the fact that this is full 8 directions of movement. Oh no, I've been teleported. Please find me, end message. So this is a kind of basic puzzle game where you just have to move these different blocks around. There's silhouettes on the floor there that you need to push these boxes into. And then that activates that teleporter at the top. Or activates the arrow, which is what you need to finish the stage. So as you can see, it's a really simple idea, but it's very, very polished, especially considering how short amount of time they had to make this. So it is really, really impressive. So for gameplay, I'll give that one a 4. Technical, I might actually give that a 5, because this is a very polished game. There's not actually that many games that you can do full movement in. And the fact that they got really nice animation as well. Originality, it's got an original story, but in terms of gameplay, I might just give that a 3. Graphics are really nice, I'll give it a 4, but leave some room for some better games in the future. As for the graphics, I think the environments look really nice, but maybe the character sprite could do with a bit more detail. Audio, I might give that a 3 because the music is a little bit grating and a bit repetitive. So that was the first game. What does that equal out to? About 3.8. Now let's get on to the second game, which is called Core Machina. Cool intro music. Right, let's go. In terms of the controls, it is a little slippery. As you can see, if I stop pressing left or right, it does take a second to catch up. I like the fact that the cutscenes play out during the game as well, like it just takes the camera away from the player, which is really good. This is a game that I would like to spend a lot more time with, just to figure out what exactly is going on in this story. So it does seem like a big open game, but you can basically explore any of those locations. Oh man, this is going to be a difficult one to judge because I do really like this. Gameplay, 4. Technical, again 4. Originality, I'd say 4 as well. I'm actually tempted to give graphics a 5 because I do really like this sort of film noir aesthetic. It's really not something you see very often. And audio as well is really impressive, so I might actually give that a 5 as well. That's definitely one of the highest rated ones so far. So we're here on game number 3, which is called Dango Dash, and without further ado, let's get the timer started. Let's see what's going on here. So you're playing as this Dango blob here. First of all, love the atmosphere of this. Love the music. The dumpling den is over there. It's the only restaurant on this mountain, and all they serve is dumplings. I love the really simple colour scheme in this as well. It's a weird perspective, where everyone's kind of just behind where you are. My son is 36 now and still hasn't moved out. He keeps telling me about being a vlogger. What the heck is that supposed to mean? The jumping feels nice and responsive. So now it's actually a proper side-scrolling platformer. Gameplay I think is really fun, if a little bit simple and a little bit floaty, so I'll give gameplay a 4. Technical? 4 or 5, because if this is made in Game Boy Studio, it's very technically impressive what they've managed to do with it. But I'll give it a 4, because there's always room for improvement. It is original, but it is Yeah, I'm going to give it a 5 because I haven't really seen any games on the Game Boy that are like this, where it's a mix of overhead exploration as well as town building and sort of platforming levels as well. Graphics, I'll give a 4. Well, they do look really nice. The lack of colour is an interesting idea. It's quite basic, but I can see where they were going for. And audio, I'll actually give a 5 because I found some of these tunes, especially the first one, really kind of earwormy. So another really good score on that one. 5 minutes, starting now. Let's begin a new game. Normal, the intended way to play, sure. Survive until dawn comes. Do tasks. Guard, search, move, meds. Okay, let's try move. School, dangerous as ever, stocked cafeteria. Library, quiet and full of snacks. Office, sad, but there are forgotten lunches. Warehouse, scary but full of supplies. Uses 2 food. Let's travel to the office then. Okay, shoot. What am I shooting at? I think I'm in a fight. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I can't pretend I actually understood what I was doing there. That was a bit of a weird one. So gameplay, I'm going to say 2 because it didn't really make any sense. It says here, reach dawn with everyone, kill weak monsters, kill more monsters outside. Technical, maybe 3. It was pretty much just a slideshow. Originality, maybe a 4. I've never really seen a survival horror kind of game on the Game Boy. Graphics, 3 maybe, and audio, I'm going to say audio is a 2 or 3. I did have to turn it down, so maybe I'm going to give it a 2 actually. Yeah. Right. Okay, so let's start the timer and let's see what this one's like. Okay, so the D-pad actually, I don't know how to shoot the explosives. You have to shoot them when they're on the floor. Nice and simple pick up and play style game though. Let's see. Oh, cool. Nice. So level 2 is a completely different style of game. So you have to hold down A and then let go at the right time to shoot the wagon. That's pretty cool. And then if you press left and right, then the crosshair disappears. So you got to be really quick with it. That's really clever actually. So I guess you just got to wait for the timer and then wait. Cool, it's like a little WarioWare minigame. Oh, yeah, way ahead of him. 0.3. It's a good job I'm playing this on a CRT. Really enjoyed that. If they add some extra game modes in the future, I feel like that could be a really good game. Gameplay, I'm going to give a 4. Technical, on a technical level it isn't great. On an originality level though, giving that one a 5, that is really fun. Graphics are very simple, so I'll give that a 3. And audio is pretty good, I'll give that a 4. So, kind of a mix, but definitely on the higher end of the spectrum. And for any of the developers that are watching, if I am being a bit harsh on these games, just know that I really do appreciate all the effort that everyone put into this, but I do have to rate these fairly as well. So don't be put off, you're all doing an incredible job and keep up the great work. Let's see what Fix My Heart's all about. Hey, I'll get that and leave it once. This is like a ZX Spectrum style platformer. Definitely not what I was expecting. So, first of all, although it feels nice, they haven't changed the default jump button from A to B, which is a real bugbear of mine with these GB Studio platformers. I don't know what they're doing either. Are they restoring my timer? Yeah, so it's going back up to 6 whenever I pick up one of them blobs there. And whenever you go into a new screen as well, it goes back up to 6. I like the fact that the checkpoints are quite close together and it doesn't really take that long to restart. It's nice though. They've done a good job. Yeah, it definitely feels good for a platformer. Anyway, let's judge it. So from a gameplay point of view, definitely a strong 4. Technical, 3. Originality, 3. Graphics, 3. Audio, 2. I kind of feel like I'm being a bit harsh now when I kind of up these. I really want to see them continue to work on this. Okay, so we begin the timer. As you can see here, I've already played this one a bit before. Basically what the idea of this game is that depending on what system you actually play the game on, it actually shows up differently. So you can see I've tried it on the Super Game Boy, I tried it on the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Pocket. So you can see as I've loaded it up now on a Game Boy Pocket. So I think what happens in this game is when you uncover these squares, it's actually different depending on what square you're in. So yeah, you can't really see very well, but I just uncovered one that said Super Game Boy and that one said Game Boy Pocket. And then because I'm on a Game Boy Pocket, that one's lit up straight away. Well, I managed to find a GBA. It's not the one I was looking for. This is actually my girlfriend's one, but as you can see, it's actually recognising it as a Game Boy Pocket. No, a Game Boy Color. GBC ones there. You can see they're all working away. I'm not really sure what the goal of the game is though. Right, let's see if it can understand what a Game Boy Light is. It's showing up as a Game Boy Pocket. Yeah, there you go. You can just about see there. So there you go. That answers that question. The Game Boy Light, according to that game, is a Game Boy Pocket. Originality, definitely a 5. Definitely. Gameplay, maybe a 3. There isn't really much. Technical, on a technical level, it's very clever how it can pick out the different systems. Although, it would be even cooler if it could detect what a GBA is and what a Game Boy Light is as well. I'll give it a 4 for that. Graphics, they're pretty nice, pretty cute, and it's got a pretty nice soundtrack as well, so I'll give that a 4 as well. So really, really interesting entry there. Let me reset the timer. Let's get started with the next game, which is called Gbc Spelunky. So first of all, I have to say it is very smooth. So I remember playing Spelunky on the NES actually, or Spelunker or something like that. I know that's not the one that people would really remember today, but I used to have it on one of those multi-cart things for the GBA. I don't know whether this is a tune from the original game or not. It might be a remix. Pressing something just restarted me there. But pressing start and select doesn't really seem to do anything. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything to aim for yet in this version of the game. Although it seems well made. I would definitely give them credit for programming it in such smooth 60 frames a second as well. That is really impressive. I'm not sure why I can't go through any of the doors. They're all just showing these lines here. But yeah, I feel like I'm missing something because I can't get through any of the doors. A lot of the treasure is inaccessible as well because it's next to spikes. Audio, not great. Gameplay, it's smooth. Maybe that would be more technical. Gameplay I'm giving a 3 because it feels like there's a lot missing. Originality, obviously it's based on an existing game already. Graphics were pretty nice. Don't know why the main character's in black and white though and everything else is in colour, so I'll give that a 3 maybe. It is quite simple, but it's impressive they managed to do it in 60 frames a second. That's why I've rated technicalities as a 4, so that's enough for that one. Now the next game is called Glory Hunters. I feel like this was meant to be seen in black and white, not in colour. So anyway, let's start the timer. You cut 5 bushes, you got the bush cutter, you got a glory point, you can check them by pressing select. Oh ho, you did it! You have enough glory points to come through. Come through, young one. What's it trying to say? Grab the carrots, but not something else? I don't really get what was going on there. Don't grab the broccoli. Okay. I don't know what's going on with the speed. It's going all glitchy for some reason. I don't know what was going on there. Anyway, that's the timer done for that one. Interesting. Gameplay, mostly pretty simple, but some interesting ideas, and it was quite smooth. Especially for a Game Boy Studio game, to have real-time combat like that is pretty good. Technical 4, originality 3 because it is just a basic action RPG, although it was a fairly unique concept. Graphics, probably one of the weaker ones that I've seen so far. I'll probably give that a 3. And audio, maybe a 3 as well. It is original compositions, but they are a little bit basic. So definitely a good game, but it needs a little bit of work. Now the next one here is called Mahler and the Elemental Rings. Right, let's start the timer. So already from the title screen I can tell this is a really polished game. Nice screen transition, a little bit jerky though, compared to Zelda at least. But, you know, can't really complain too much. Is there anything to do in here? No. It's a very Earthbound style screen here. Choose a target. And then, I think you need to press A at the right time. You can choose different types of attacks, like water or... I'm not really sure what pressing the buttons does actually. Let's try this plant attack. Up. So it's kind of like some sort of rhythm game system where you have to press the right... I presume these are just really basic attacks just to show off what the game's like. So yeah, really cool idea for a battle system. All my attacks seem really basic. So I presume for the enemy's attacks, if they attack with the same thing, then the button combination. Yeah, there we go, leveled up. Max HP, max MP, attack, defense and speed. So, how am I going to rate this one? Gameplay, I'll give a 4, because although it is a very simple RPG, I do really like the battle system. Technical, I'll give a 4 as well. Originality, it's a bit too soon to tell. I'll give it a 4. Graphics, could be a little bit more detailed. I do like them, but it seems very static. Does that make sense? So graphics, I'll give a 3, and audio audio a 3 or a 4. Let me go into the battle system again. 4 or 3. Maybe a 3, just because it's... Nah, I'll give the audio... I might give everything a 4 actually, because this is a very strong game. Let's start the timer. Let's find out what Pork-like for the Game Boy is all about. There we go. Ah, it's this one. This is a really cool little dungeon crawler. Really, really small, simple graphics, but a really cool... Oh, was I facing the wrong way then? Oh no. I already messed up. Oh god. Oh god. Pretend none of that happened. As you can see, you can take out the enemies by bumping into them. Kind of like that really traditional old PC style adventure game sort of thing. Okay, so the plant ones, if you go too close to them, they can actually attack you. Whereas these blobs can't attack you, so you don't really need to worry about being attacked by them. Ranged attack, do 1 damage. Okay, so that's like a projectile. Hook. Pull an enemy 1 space towards you and stop them. Hit 4 spaces around you. Okay, so spin is basically attack in all directions. Cool game, although nothing really seems to change floor on floor. So a really basic game, but one that I can see having a lot of replay value. Maybe boss fights, although I don't know. There might be boss fights and I just haven't got to them yet. I managed to play it for 5 minutes. Let's say gameplay 4, technical. From a technical point of view, I don't really know, because it's pretty cool that it's been randomly generated and it works pretty well. Give it a 3 maybe? It is very basic, and obviously graphics and gameplay wise the Game Boy can do a lot more, so maybe 3. Originality 3. Graphics 2. Audio 3. Maybe I'll put technical as a 4, because it is really well made. Again, a lot of these developers are really, really good. So yeah, kind of mixed on that one. I think I want to say the graphics slowed it down a bit, but I can see that that was the style they were going for as well. But as that is one of the categories on the competition, I've got to go with it. So let's carry on to the next game, which is called Rebound. That is a banger of a tune. That is awesome. I know I'm going to give the audio for this one a 5 out of 5. I remember quite enjoying this one actually. This one is a basic sort of platformer. You get to choose the height of the bounce. You can hold down the A button or hold down the B button to go either higher or lower. This one kind of reminds me of the SNES game Jelly Boy. And obviously the end of the stage. Oh, that is really nice, the way the stage clear comes in there. Graphics could do with a bit of work. They are very, very simple. It is full colour though, so I'll give them credit for making a colour game. Okay, there's some enemies now as well. That's good. I like the fact that each stage is introducing a little bit extra. I like the fact that each level's been slightly different, but still pretty much the same gameplay, so you kind of know what to expect, but there's always a nice little twist. I think polish-wise, this one sits somewhere in the middle. Like, it'd be nice if those flowers there were animated. I don't know what the coins do. It'd be good if there was like a shop or something. Maybe you could buy some health upgrades from a shop at the end of each stage or at the end of each world. I don't know whether there's different worlds or not. But yeah, I could definitely see myself playing more of this. Yeah, so it just carries on like that. Really enjoyed that. So how am I going to rate this? Gameplay, give it a 4. Technical, 4. Originality, it is very simple, so I'll have to give it a 3 for originality. Graphics, 3, because like I said, it does all feel very static and a little bit basic compared to some of the other games. Audio, I'm giving a 5. This has to be some of the best music that I've heard so far. And the fact that I want to keep playing is definitely a good sign. This actually feels like the kind of game that I would make. Man, I can't stop playing this one. Why can't I stop playing? Let's see if anything changed on this next level. I know I've gave this game like 6 minutes now. Oh, that's the end. That's the end of the demo. Well, there we go. I played it all the way to the end. Really, really enjoyed that. Yeah, I'm going to give gameplay a 5. Why not? Renegade Rush next. Renegade Rush, let's go. 5 minutes. So, what am I trying to do on this one? It's interesting to see a racing game. I haven't seen a... Okay, I don't know where I got that. So you can press up to go faster, or down to slow down. You don't seem to be able to attack the cars with the rocket. So there's a second meter at the bottom there that just ends in S. There must be some way of filling that up. But I think these cars you just have to avoid. Charge up the... Oh, that was close. I'm quite enjoying this. Let's go back to the menu, see whether I can buy another car. Oh no, not by a long shot. So there's 2 others. That one costs 1,000, that one costs 2,000. I like the speed of this. And once again, it's great to see a game running at 60 frames a second. So, gameplay, I'm going to give a 4. Technical, 3. Originality, 4. Quite like it. Graphics, I'll have to give a 2. They are very basic. Audio, 3. Let's go with that. Good game though. Now, Shock Lobster. I don't really remember this one. Start the timer. I remember this one being a really interesting game. Oh. No, I don't remember playing this one actually. Okay, maybe it's not programmed properly yet because it's showing that I've got... You can turn them ones on and off, but I can't seem to do anything with those ones. Do anyway. I feel like if they're going to just copy music that's already freely available online, you may as well just not have included any background music. Ah, and A and B are actually 2 separate attacks that you can do. Wow, that one did a lot more damage. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of it a bit more now, so if you hold up and press A, that's going to do the jump. That is all the time we got for that game. I'm instantly going to put audio as a 2 because I don't really want to mark the whole game down for that. Originality I'm giving a 5. Technical, 4. Gameplay, 4. I think that's fair. Graphics, 3. It's nice and smooth, but it is very, very simple. Sushi Night. Let's see what this one's like. Made in ZGB, that's an interesting choice. Oh, yes, I remember this one. This was the grapple game. Really cool. So yeah, really, really interesting platforming mechanic for this one. Which is a bit weird, because you would expect the momentum to carry you up. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of it now. Really cool idea. I just wish that the grapple made a bit more of an impact to the platforming. Like, I'd like to be able to swing and then fly off rather than just drop straight back down like that. Really cool game. I'm really enjoying this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I feel like the movement speed's maybe a little slow. So, Sushi Night's gameplay, I'll give that 4. Technical a 3 because there are some things that could be improved. Originality, graphics unfortunately weren't great. Music's really good though. Oh yes, I remember this one. This was an interesting one. So, timer begins. Ah, that's right. Kind of reminded me of Mole Mania. Okay, so you got to recharge your fuel. And then when you pick up the ore, that's when you can finish the stage. And it counts you on how many moves you've made. So definitely a really, really interesting concept. So you can see what the idea is. I presume what I picked up. Of course. Every game in the world lets you push blocks around. And that counter in the corner, that is how many... so the counter is how many moves you're allowed. So now I've got 4 more chances to dig under the ground. Yeah, I like the idea that it's actually on a grid. So it counts how many moves you've done. Ah, I get it. Go above ground over here and then push those blocks out of the way. Like that. Yeah, really clever game. Really like this. Oh, okay. I didn't realise that. You can actually get out of the mech as well and push them like that. So, for this one, Unearthed gameplay. I feel like this was the cleverest one out of the bunch. I'll give that one a 5. Technical, originality, graphics, audio. Maybe I'll give originality a 5 because I really enjoy how this one was put together. Yeah, I think that's fair. Again, great music. Let's go, 5 minutes. Skater Dude. Show off your gnarly skateboarding tricks on the road by jumping in time. In time with the... Whoa, nice parallel scrolling. Okay. Cool music. So the only thing you can do in this, left and right, do nothing. Oh, maybe that's just right. Maybe it's just going too fast. Cool little Rhythm Paradise style minigame. I like the way the houses are bouncing in the background. Houser. Let's see what the next one is. Pancake. Flip a pancake in time with music. Oh, too soon. I don't know when you're supposed to do it. I don't know whether I'm doing any good or not. I feel like it needs to give you some sort of idea of whether you're actually doing it right or not, because I have no idea. Maybe? I don't know. It'd be good if there was a few that tasted really awful. Don't quit your day job and take up cooking. Bad. Oh dear. I feel like it needs to give you a bit of a hint as to whether you're doing any good or not. Fire away incoming enemy speedboats. Don't let them get away. Okay, so if you press left, it shoots to the left, and if you press A, it shoots to the right. I wonder if there's anything to stop you just doing that. Ha! No, there isn't. There needs to be a scoring system, more than just telling you whether you did good or bad at the end of the stage. In terms of gameplay, they could do more to turn it into a game, but as a proof of concept, it's definitely got potential. I do love my music rhythm games. Okay, so pressing left, right, up, down changes the pitch. Oh, I'm doing badly with this one. There needs to be something on the screen to tell you which one's higher or lower. Blah, 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 blah. I give up. Interesting concept though. Gameplay, I feel like it definitely needs some improvement. Technical, yeah, everything's pretty good. Original, yeah, good. Graphics, could do with some improvement. Would like to see it in colour as well, because when you're playing it through this, you can obviously tell which bits are sprites and which bits are the background. Audio, definitely giving that one a 5. And there we go. That is all 17 games rated. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought of my picks there. Let me know what you thought of my ratings for each game. Really enjoyed it. If I had to pick some of my favourites, it would be the first two here. Definitely Core Machina. Definitely Dango Dash. Mahler in the Elemental Rings, very solid entry. Rebound, that was probably my favourite one to play. Shock Lobster was interesting. Unearthed was really good. And that's the end of that. Unearthed probably deserves to win, I'd say, but I'll be really interested to see what other people have picked as well. So there we go, my entries have been recorded. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm sure you'll agree those 17 games were all absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to see which ones they picked to be the winners of the competition. And of course I'll do a full video on the winner and the physical production that comes along with it. If you want to see more Game Boy Homebrew videos, I've done many on the channel by now, so click on the videos over here and go and watch some more. Consider checking me out on Patreon to get these videos early, as well as behind the scenes looks for each video too. Subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week for the next episode. Goodbye.